Greetings, everyone. I am here with the legendary Tim McCaskey, who many of you know from all the records, but you don't actually really know him. So today we're going to change that a little bit. We are in Chicago. We're in the corner of Francisco and Belmont, which can only mean that building right there is in fact Kuma's Corner, where we just ate. But we came here because there was a lot less noise. Most of the time. And so I just wanted people to get to know you, Tim. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. And you'll say whatever you want. Okay?
Awesome.
All right. So the first question I have for you is, how does it make you feel that we're about to go play in the UK?
It's badass. It gives me some cred that I didn't know that I needed. It's always been fun. It's not really a vacation when you go to another country to play, but some of the best shows I've ever done have been outside my little bubble in Chicago. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to the UK before, and looking forward to my first trip.
Fantastic. What would you say, how do you feel about the new record we're working on?
The newest one is a little bit of a mystery to me compared to others. I think, well, you're the one asking the questions. I think there may be a more complete picture of where it's going in your head, but I only have the barest amounts of it under my fingers right now, so I think there will be some growth between now and when folks actually hear it. And the same kind of thing happened with our last record. Like, I didn't know where all of the songs were going to go until after we developed them together a little bit more. So yeah, a little uncharted for me in my head.
That is true. How do you feel about where the band is now, as far as, I mean, for people in the UK who don't know us, and for people who do know us, the band has changed. So we have a new vocalist and a new drummer. And, you know, how do you think that's going to affect how we sound and how we do things going forward?
Well, part of it's a mystery, part of it's not. The members you're alluding to are the new drummer Thor and Steve Katsikas, who is going to be doing vocals with us. Now, right, I know Steve, met him several times. I've seen his bands in action, well, especially Grackle, but I've heard others. So, right, I know the way he works and operates, and I'm excited to work with him. I've gotten comments on our last performance from people who hadn't seen us with Thor before, commenting that it seems like he fits in right away, and I know from rehearsals that's completely true. So it is a little hard when you're working with someone a bit distant, so I'm looking forward to when we can actually get together in the same room and work on some things together. But yeah, it's growth. Now, the last show that we did with Thor, we did mostly instrumental, and I think it'll be exciting with the addition of vocals back in, which is what Steve will give us, along with some keyboard playing. So it'll be good to get back to some of that. I don't hate the instrumental version of Sonus, but I certainly think the version with full lyrics is like the more full presentation of what we do. So it'll be good to get back to that. I think like there's a response you get from the audience to that you don't quite get doing just instrumental, especially if the fans kind of know the vocals belong there, you know.
Right. And for fans in the UK and people who don't know our work very well, this is going to be their first time. It's going to be your first time seeing them. It's going to be their first time seeing us. What would you recommend they do, or how would you recommend they prepare for the show?
Oh, for our show?
Yeah.
I think about this sometimes with concerts. Like if I'm going to see a band that I haven't seen before, I wonder, should I do homework or not, right? Because I've had some experiences seeing bands live where just the surprise of seeing the new material, it makes the novelty all that much better, you know. You're more likely to be, blown away or surprised if you have no idea what to expect going in. Now, sometimes also I have with a new group, gone back and listened to a couple of songs on the internet or something like that. And you might get some benefit from doing that with us. But I think in a lot of cases with this show that's coming up, you can do that and you can try to prepare if you want, but that's not going to be exactly what you get with the show. And a lot of that is because we're going to frankly have different people playing it, whether it's different vocalists, different drummer, different arrangements, like cello where there wasn't cello before. All that stuff is in play. So I don't know, if you feel the need to hear some of it to get a familiarity with where we might go, do that, but don't expect you're going to get the exact same. Maybe you'll get the same arrangement, but the sound will be different live in a couple ways. So.
Cool. Any words you would like to share with the people in the UK?
I hope you see us if you can, and thanks for welcoming us into the country in advance. Hope it's a good time for everybody involved. So, cheers to y'all.
That's right. Please drink your coffee. I have a couple more questions. We're also working on other records, correct?
As far as I know. Well, I've been recording for them, so we can throw away the tracks if you want, but I prefer you keep them.
And what would you say to the people in the UK about those projects?
Oh well, if you don't like Sonus, you should listen to these other ones because they're different. And if you do like Sonus, you should listen to these other ones because they're enough the same. I guess what I mean by that is my interviewer is alluding to Mike Cood and the Devil's Staircase. So Mike Cood is, to me in a lot of ways, one of the closest projects to my heart simply because of longevity. I started playing in a group going by that name over 20 years ago, and I've been in Sonus for a little longer than 10 years. So as far as years of involvement, it's lasted a little bit longer for me. Mike Cood focuses on instrumentals, tight arrangements, instrumentation, big focus on acoustic guitars, and not a lot else. So, like if you like other sound effects or you like keyboards, this will be a little bit less than that. But there's something sort of more basic about a smaller group is going at music they love with the boxes that we've got in our arms and very little else. I'm elbowing plants here, you can see. Devil's Staircase is a bit different of a beast, and that started a few years back. Also instrumental, but more traditional lineup. I would say a little bit more focus on electric guitars and a little more nerdiness and concept because we can tell a whole mathematical or scientific story behind each of the tracks. That one, right, also at least with the first record, not so much with the second, featured some songs I could claim responsibility for writing or arranging, at least most of them. I give ideas to the other bands, but I'm not as deeply involved in the songwriting with those. That's a different group. Right, we work with Aaron Geller from Mike Cood and that, and Matthias Olsson from numerous projects from Sweden and that. And we've had fun playing that one live. It'll be interesting getting back to that because I don't think that either of those groups has played live together in a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
So we get out what we can, and what we can right now is the records.
All right. Well, thank you, Tim, for talking to the people. They get to know who the arpeggiator is.
Thanks for your patience if you listen to all of that. Like these are like chunks that don't feel like YouTube short material, right? But
Oh no, we're not. We're too old for TikTok. Fuck that. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you in the UK soon, and leave your comments. Ask Tim questions. He will answer them, even though he was startled by it. Cheers.